Hello everyone, this is AmberAnkNA here. Welcome to my channel. Well, I play a variety of games and do narrations for fanfics. I'm really hoping you enjoy my content. If you do, make sure to comment below, leave a like, and subscribe with the notifications on. Right, so next time, this is AmberAnkNA. Welcome to my channel. So, hi. Transect S, Chapter 15, Ritual of Love. Early the next morning, Jess was greeted by Tabitha and Sarah at her new appointment. They brought her a plate of hot food and a cup of coffee, and they helped prepare her for the tutoring ritual. She was instructed to walk in the procession and stand where Tabitha told her to during the process. Despite Jess's curiosity, she understood it was all part of her duty. Coupled with her newfound care for Tabitha, because of their engraved bond, she was compelled to follow along. "You also drink coffee here?" Jess fearfully asked. "Figure you have some weird gray liquid shit that gives you energy. Or maybe some pills. Something fucked up like that." Tabitha giggled while Sarah just shook her head and smiled. After breakfast, they insisted on Jess wearing a particular outfit that was strict and memorable. It had strange generosity pattern shapes, appearing as though Jess was in some futuristic movie. It matched Tabitha's. As they walked down the path towards what Tabitha and Sarah called the Secret Garden, Jess noticed many more people out and about than the previous evening. Dozens lined the trail, smiling as they watched the trio pass like some sort of spiritual parade. When they arrived the same darkened grove where she spoke with Tabitha the day before, she noticed a dark-haired boy with a name tag on his chest, Hank Adams. He looked about Jess's age, though he was probably much older. She could tell he was set to lead the Chameleon's Caucasian, as he was standing in front of a gathered crowd, motioning for them to join him. Tabitha pointed to a spot in front of Hank, and Jess stood where she indicated. Sarah paraded around to Tabitha's side, almost like a bridesmaid. "Hey, Tab!" Jess whispered. "You didn't tell me this would be like a damn wedding. How long would it take?" "Well, it kinda is, Destiny." Tabitha smiled as she moved around to face Jess. "It's quick. Don't worry." "I wish Paul could be here." Jess lamented. "I'm going to marry her one day. Like, for real, you know?" "I wish you could be here, too," Tabitha answered, voice lowered so the crowd wouldn't hear. "I can't wait for your astral wedding. It will be the happiest day of your life, no doubt." Hank raised his hands above his head, palms facing upward. "Another has come to join us!" The crowd clapped and cheered. "Destiny, it's not just another, though, is she? Some of us watched her grow up, and we hoped, beyond hope, that she would one day be right here. Now, if we have any real chance of winning the fight of our lives, this brave girl needed to join us, and she did. Fate brought her and Tabitha together, and it is my honor to carry through with the work as This bingo started. Destiny shook her head. She craned over and forcefully whispered into Tabafia's ear. You all watched me grow up? What the fuck, Tab? And Esbanga? I'm guessing that's Tabanga? Tabafia whispered back. That's his name in the ancient tongue. And yes, some of our people keep an eye on those with powers. We are forbidden to look directly into the future, though. So we would never be compelled to intervene in the past. It's nothing weird, Destiny. I promise. Let's return to our standing position. So, if you two would lock arms, let's get this started. Hank opened a dusty book to a particular page that had been marked with a feather. Tabafia stretched out her arms and Des did the same. The girls grabbed hold and clenched each other's wrists. As Hank began to read, Des felt a strange force bubble through her body. It was soft at first, sort of dull and in the background. Then it erupted from her center. A magnetic pulsing energy drew the girls closer together. Des slightly felt like she wanted to burst out with laughter or cry uncontrollably. Joy and sorrow strolled around inside her mind. Whistling tornadic wind was streaming all around her. You must let go, Destiny! Let yourself be engulfed! Tabafia's voice was clear in her mind, but she could no longer tell which direction it was coming from. Her hands and arms were clenching something, but there was no way for her to see what she was holding. Thoughts about Paul, her mom's, Tabanga, and even Weisel and Mazursa danced through her twisted mind, all caricatures of themselves. Tabafia's face abruptly appeared, so Des fixed her trembling gaze on the girl's brilliant green eyes. Let go, Destiny! Des finally shook her feels and released her impulse to hang on. As soon as she released herself, tangible reality twinkled from sight. She could no longer discern logic from the impossible. The universe disappeared, and she felt a weightlessness she had never experienced before. Bursting, sprinkling bolts of energy percolated and rippled between the pair. A crowd of love intertwined and encircled them. Looking back, the only thing she could see, Tabanga no longer existed as a physical body. A bright, circular, white ball of energy floated in place where Tabanga once stood. Des realized they hadn't been standing on the ground for quite some time, but she didn't let it discourage her. She embraced whatever was happening and pushed the remaining shivers of fear from her heart. Looking down at her arms, she discovered her material body was gone as well. A massive glowing spell resided where her physical body once was. Without warning, the two girls merged, becoming one entity, pulsating and erupting inside each other like massive volcanoes. They were connected at a level beyond perception. Others could see with vivid colors, percolating and flopping through prisms, monstrances, and decorations. Nothing made sense except the alignment she felt for Tabafia and the love in her heart for Paul. Love, Des spoke aloud. Or at least she thought she said it. She seemed to be hearing her own words in Tabafia's voice. Love! She recalled a time when she was holding Paul in her arms and playing with her fiancé's strictly brown hair, twisting it around her fingers. She remembered pressing her lips against poles, holding them together, breathing in the girl's warm breath, never wanting to leave. She didn't imagine Tabathia in the background, clapping and cheering for the love as they kiss. Suddenly, like waking from a dream, reality snapped in, like staring at the sun, then looking back at the world. Shapes were once again corruptible. The loud rustling wind was replaced by a soft, gentle breeze and trickling water. A bubbling stream. Gradually, Dust opened her eyes. The find she was laying on her back, looking up. Tabathia gazed back down at her from above with a tender smile on her face. "Hi, Des! Welcome back!" In that moment, she knew Tabathia wasn't some outsider who she was forced to perform some crazy ceremony with, to then go their separate ways later on. She was with her soulmate, not in a romantic way, but they were destined to be cuddled together in a cosmic sawdust, and their love would never get in the way of hers and Paul's. If anything, she felt that her new connection would evenly be good for the relationship, somehow. As she scanned the area before sitting up, she realized she was on her back on the beach, head resting in Tabathia's lap. Where did everyone go? But before Tabathia could verbally answer, Des already knew what she was about to say. "They went home! I was waiting your lesson till you came too. You know, you're very pretty when you sleep." Des realized neither she nor Tabathia was speaking at all. Somehow, they were communicating with their thoughts. Where's Hank? And where's Sarah? Sarah's doing hero stuff, and Hank is back to her studies at the library, waiting for you. There's nothing to worry about now. Des, we joined together. Des finally sat up, but she couldn't stop staring at Tabathia. How's some crazy shit, yeah? I went through a damn multiverse merger, but that was something else entirely. Trippy as fuck. Yeah, Tabathia verbally laughed. It was certainly intense. Probably a little more so for you because of your ridiculous amount of power. She didn't know why, but Des felt a strong urge to hug her best friend. The two quickly pressed their bodies together and wrapped their arms around one another. It felt warm and cozy. After a few minutes of being in each other's arms, Tabathia moved back. "Why didn't you tell me you were going to be called Des, rather than Destiny?" Des chuckled and shrugged. "I don't know. You're always so happy and joyful. I didn't want to hurt your feelings." As she said the words, she knew it was silly to think about. She now knew it was obvious that Tabathia would have been fine with it. "Well, now that your life energy is back in your body, it's time to train. Hank will meet you in the library to help you begin your studies. I'm going to see if Sarah needs any assistance at the hut. I join you tomorrow so we can physically train. It's going to be epic, Des." At first, Des felt like pins of pain in her heart, knowing they wouldn't be together the rest of the day. Then she felt Tabathia hug her in her mind. "Don't worry, Des. I will still be with you. And you with me." Des smiled. It felt comforting. Shoulder to shoulder, arms around each other's back, the two walked beside one another to the place where the path would take them in opposite directions. "You see that building over there?" Tabathia pointed to Des's left. "That's where you'll find Hank. He's waiting for you." Tabathia released her arm and turned towards the hut, walking away from Dus's direction. She waved her hand in air and continued down her path. Des wandered towards the library and found herself marveling inside. She could feel Tabathia light up when she saw Sarah in the hero hut. As the two kissed, her heart nearly crashed through her chest. As she felt the love Tabathia had for Sarah. It was weird. It would take a lot of getting used to. But Des knew she was where she needed to be. Over the next few days, she thought about Paul. A lot. But not being around her future wife was killing her inside. But Tabathia was always there to help her see that their journeys would join again one day. Just not for a while. Days turned to weeks. Weeks turned into months. Before long, several years had passed by. Finally, nearly 50 years later, they felt ready enough to leave the garden and begin preparing for the end battle. Nearly worked a day older than when Jess arrived, but the crust in Tabathia's face had become a very noticeable scar. Even though it could be healed at the atomic level, leaving zero trace of its existence, she felt the need to keep it as a reminder of when she and Des met. They agreed that Tabathia would go back first, to the time when Paul lost her parents. If the destroyer sensed Des's presence outside of the garden, he would no doubt send his full forces. Des would join her a few days later, but not until she felt completely ready for the battle. The destroyer was no doubt waiting in the dark until the time to strike was upon him. Des had to be ready to fight the moment she left, and she needed a couple more days. Plus, she was anxious to see Paul again. To her, it had been a half a century. To Paul, it would have been a couple of weeks. She could live with the difference, even if it meant she broke a promise to her fiancé. It was for the greater good, and she would never do it again. She just hoped Paul would understand about her and Tabathia. She knew the bond would never come between them, but she wasn't so sure Paul would see it that way. Hi everyone. This is AmberAnkNA 2000 again. Well, I hope you enjoyed the video. Because, I really did enjoy making it. But, so I hope you enjoyed it. Comment, like, and subscribe with the notifications on down below. Till next time, bye!